somewhere caught in the arms of a war. I'm a sucker for the fanfare, chaos I adore.
Well, he is an immensely talented singer-songwriter who has just released a new single, a new album, and recently a whole new name. Here to tell us all about it, Mr. Wes Carr, aka Buffalo Tails. Welcome to BPM.
Hi, how are you, Carly?
Very well. Tell us about the name change, Buffalo Tails, kind of recently, end of last year?
Yeah, end of last year I changed it to, it was Buffalo Tails. It's just a new music project for me. It's just, you know, for me to reinvigorate myself with music and a new challenge, and it's just a clean slate.
And why the name Buffalo Tails? What's the significance behind that?
Well, I read somewhere that when the Native American Indians would dream of a buffalo, they would have to return back to where they came from again.
Wow.
And I thought that's like really cool. And at the time I read that, I was thinking, what am I going to do with my music and my life, and who am I, sort of, you know. So when I read that, I thought Buffalo is a cool band name, you know.
Yeah.
And then it became Buffalo for a while, and then I realised that was the first heavy metal rock band in Australia. They were called Buffalo, so I thought, I won't tread on their toes, you know, with that. So so it became Buffalo Tails.
I'm tired of these streets of glass and steel. I wanna reach out and feel something real, like water, fire, dust and stone. This blood and bone.
All about returning back to what I did before I was on Idol and whatever. I was a singer-songwriter around, playing around bars in Sydney. Wherever I could play. So that was sort of my sort of backstory before the whole Idol thing came around, and it felt really right to me. And as soon as I embraced it, it became this sort of a new, kind of really fresh new thing, and I started writing all these new songs.
Hollywood lights flicker all night long. I wanna go back and hear a freight train moan.
Sonically, does it also signify a bit of a change for you?
Well, to people in the public that only know me from Idol, it would be definitely a change.
Yep.
But for me, it's just like returning back to my old friend again. The old glove that I used to wear forever. It sort of feels really real and really honest, and also just who I am completely, I suppose, is what I'm doing now. With Australian Idol, it was very much more of a, I've got to have hits, and I've got to have this sort of a certain template that I've got to fit into. You know, it was still fun. I'm very grateful for the whole thing, and to be in front of the millions of people on every Sunday night, all that kind of thing. On the show, it was a very different experience, but I think it led me to what I'm doing now. So it's sort of I've taken this sort of strange sort of journey.
Well, speaking of taking a journey, your new album is called Road Trip Confessions. Tell us about that, first of all.
The whole album is a bit more of a confessional for me. There's a few songs on there that I wrote when I was 15 that I've never really felt like they just didn't know where to place them or what to do with them, and also there's the new songs that are they're just I suppose tales about my life and who I am and what I've been doing and what I think about society in general and people and places and friends and being on the road and being at home, and it's a long confessional from what I've been up to the last, I don't know, however long I've been writing music, 16 years, so yeah.
We always want what we don't have today. But life flies by so damn fast, it's already yesterday.
And tell us about the writing process now, Wes. Obviously you've touched on the fact that you feel like you're being more true to yourself now. Is that process therefore coming easier to you? Have you always found it easy to be a writer?
Absolutely. That's the first thing I've ever came across, I suppose, with music was sort of, as soon as I picked up, I strung Mum's old guitar, I started writing songs other than playing other people's songs.
Yep.
So it's just easy for me to be able to put this all on an album at the moment, because it's just easy when it's entirely you doing it, instead of having to feel like you're appeasing people or pleasing everybody or whatever. I think, honesty speaks to people more so than anything, and it's easy when you're honest.
You're a shooting star, I see a vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive.
With this record in particular, the songs that you have written most recently, is it you and a guitar? Are you locked away somewhere? Was it written in Sydney?
Yeah, I wrote it all over the place, actually. I wrote a lot of it in sound check on tour. Like I've been,
Wow, okay.
yeah, some of it's, I don't know what it is, but somehow it must be me not thinking about it subconsciously or whatever it is, but a lot of songs come out of sound check for me. I don't know why.
I've never heard that before from any artist.
Strange. Yeah, it's sort of like they're all very different in their own way, but they all make up the album.
I'm a sucker for the fanfare, chaos I adore. And the river runs wild like the veins through the heart of a city. And every killer knows that the red light girls are so pretty.
Well, let's talk about the first single,
Yep.
Amsterdam. You know, initially people probably think that's definitely got to be a song about foreign country,
Yeah,
travelling.
yeah.
Tell us about
Playing
it. What
up
does it
in
mean?
Amsterdam, probably. That's what everyone Australians probably think. But no, it's a metaphor more so than about the city. I actually was in Amsterdam when I started writing the song, and it was originally about the place and the city and the beautiful surrounding and the Dutch people, and it was just, I was really quite inspired. The sentiment is if there's something that you need to get off your chest, then do it. If there's something that you always regret, screw it, don't do it.
In Amsterdam, you can be such a beautiful mess in Amsterdam. If there's something that you gotta confess, do it. Come on and do it in Amsterdam.
The video for Amsterdam has a bit of a, well, I thought a bit of a picnic at Hanging Rock thing going on there.
Perfect.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Can you kind of just talk us through the concept behind it? And
Concept is myself waking up almost like I'd fallen out of the sky, out of a UFO or whatever, you know. That's what I like to think. Maybe that's a bit too out for a lot of people. And then I sort of wake up, dust myself off, and then I'm on a journey going somewhere people don't really know until the end of the video,
Yes.
and I'm not going to give it away, so
No.
you're going to have to just go and see it yourself.
But if there's something that you'll always regret, screw it, why do it? But if there's something that you need off your chest, now do it, just do it.
For me, at the moment, Crazy Heart is a song that I wrote about a very tender part of my life a few years ago, 10 years ago now, when I was playing in the Excelsior in Glebe, and there was a whole bunch of different bohemian-like musicians that would play in this bar, and it was sort of like a magical time for me. I think creatively it really inspired me in a way that I'll never forget.
And sometimes I think my heart was too crazy for you, too damn crazy for you, too damn crazy for you.
clearly you'll be out and about supporting the new album. Have you got a tour coming up? What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of dates all over the country, so it's on my website, buffalotales.com.au are all the dates. Yeah, I'm just basically, if I'm not at home with my 7-month-old little man, I'm on the road touring and playing to anyone who's coming to the show. So I'm really excited that I'm getting back out there and meeting the people that are digging the new music, and it's very, very exciting.
Well, you can download Wes's beautiful new record, Road Trip Confessions, from bigpondmusic.com, or you can stream it via Mog. Buffalo Tales is the new project. It's absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for speaking to BPM.
Thank you. Thanks, Kylie. Cheers.